What is up, everyone? It's the moment you all have been waiting for. It's the first episode of What's Tea. It's your girl, Kaylin.
And Caitlin, and these are our special guests.
Hey, I'm Jimmy.
I'm Tony.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is
What's Tea?
So a lot of y'all have been asking, what exactly is What's Tea?
But what it's not is a shade room.
But what it is a show by the younger generation to come together and talk about hot topics.
And today's hot topic is going to be relationships, specifically in the college setting. So what do you guys think about dating in college?
Yeah, Jimmy, get it started.
I mean, it depends on the person, really.
I think yeah.
There's a lot that goes into that. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you come to college for school, so I mean, anything distracting from that, I mean, to each his own. If you want to take on other distractions, be my guest. But you know.
So do you think people should wait till after college to start looking for relationships?
I mean, I think it depends on the person. Like, I wouldn't put any type of restraints or strict rules on anybody as far as a relationship, because each relationship is different. So, and what people require from relationships is different. So things that I would require wouldn't be the same as the next person.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would be my take, you know, on relationships.
What you think?
What y'all think?
Well, I mean, most like older people I know, they met their significant other in
college.
Right?
Yes.
So I think
I'd be wondering
it's
how.
a prime time.
Right.
College is a prime time. That's where you're being around the most people and things like that, and then like more people that you can connect with and find out like who you're compatible with. You know, because when you graduate from college, you're not seeing as many people.
Yeah.
Like,
You're literally working like 9 hours a day.
I had that mindset going in. But now I just feel like college just really, I mean, if you meet someone, but if you don't, that could be a positive thing because you get to focus on yourself more. You're not stressed out. You don't got to risk getting hurt. I'm not going to say too much stuff.
I think what people need to realize is you shouldn't come in just looking for that. You should realize that you're coming to school. And if it happens, it happens. If it don't, like, don't stress about it. It's not the end of the world. You're more, like, you should be more worried about getting that degree than you are getting a boo.
Yeah. And also, I think like a lot of guys just are not ready to commit at this age.
They're not. They're just not.
They're literally not ready.
I mean, what do you guys have to say about it?
I'm not gonna speak for every guy.
But I mean, for you guys personally.
Most guys are not ready to commit at like 20 and 21.
How do you know?
I mean, it's true. If we're like just comparing the two, like women and men, I just think, I don't know, it's just how guys and men women are wired. Like, girls, like, they kind of grow up, like, always envisioning, like, their wedding and, like, I can't wait till I have that perfect day. And guys, it's almost like you're just taught everything the opposite. Like, or at least from, like, what media shows you, like, no, don't worry, like, you can't trust these girls, or I'm trying to get on these hoes. I mean, whatever. Like, and I mean, and I think somebody touched on it, like, you're in college, it's probably gonna be the most options you have as far as like some young people that think like you, that are somewhat attractive, that are not dumb, like just you know, just trying to find somebody that's somewhat like you. College, you're gonna run across so many people that may spark your interest, and so that, I mean,
I think from what I've seen with guys is that a lot of them just like come in and they have so many more opportunities now than what they're used to that they don't want to, especially their freshman year, they don't want to tie themselves down and miss out on another opportunity. So like, I've even seen girls do this, like they'll just take their time, and I think that's what people should do is, like, me personally, like, take your time. Don't settle with the first person that comes your way because you've never got attention before. Yeah. Wait to see what comes your way. See the options that you have. Know your worth. Like, don't settle for anything less.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about the whole social media? Are you supposed to post your bae? If you don't post your bae, y'all not together, or you cheating? What? How do
You have to post your bae.
You do?
Yes.
I feel like
after a certain amount of time,
I feel like
your bae should be posted. I think it actually just depends on how much the guy uses social media.
Right. That too.
If he uses social media like all the time, I feel like I should be on there.
And we're not saying like every single post should be your bae. Like,
but you should give her a shout out.
Once in a blue moon, just to let people know, like, if a girl's curious on if you single or not, go into their page and seeing at least just one picture with the girl lets the girl know, oh, he off limits. Don't go for it.
Jimmy look like Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yes.
just being real, like, I mean, you shouldn't base what, like, social media fake. All that shit fake as hell. Whatever you want to show somebody is what they're gonna see. So if you want to show somebody, hey, I have one lady that I really really like. Cool. You want to show somebody, hey, I got the whole cool. But in reality, there's a reality to all of that.
Yeah.
So somebody could be very well posting their girlfriend every day, their significant other every day, and going to get some streams at the end of the night. Like,
you're not wrong.
Posting somebody on social media, not stopping that one way or another.
Yeah, me personally, I don't really think that social media is a big thing when it comes to relationships. I used to, but like I feel like now, like Jimmy just said, I be seeing dudes post their girl, but then they was just in the DMs yesterday. Right. So it's just like you post on social media what you want people to see. It could be fake, it could be real. So I personally,
I think it's more about the relationship itself than just posting the pictures. Because like Jimmy said, just posting it don't mean that you're loyal. It don't mean that you still talking to them every day and making sure that they're okay, because you could be just posting her to make her seem like she's significant and then posting it at somebody else's house. Yeah. At that.
And also I find that like when you post like a guy, especially for girls start finding your dude more attractive. So if you ever are struggling with getting girls, have a girl post you, because I don't know what it is about taking dudes that girls love. So we actually asked you guys about what you guys thought about posting your bae on social media, and we're gonna give some of you shout outs to our best answers. So from Baby Skr, shout out Ashley. LOL, I feel like if they're just not a social media person, that's one thing. But if they post every other aspect of their life on social media and they're making a point not to post you, that's an issue, and that's the thesis.
That is the thesis.
That makes I literally cannot, like, I can agree.
I think that makes things a little sus if you like going out of your way to deny it. It's not like if she asks and you say no, that's sus. Whereas if she asks you to be like, why haven't you posted me yet? And you know what I mean?
And you say no, like I don't get that. Like you very well can have a good reason. Like
what do you just don't put your business out there?
You guys just mentioned. Okay, if you post your guy, like, girls think he's more attractive. You don't think dudes is thirsty?
That's true.
Dudes are thirsty. You post your girl up, you tag her, oh my goodness, she got 30, 40, 50 follows that day.
But at the same time, what if, like, you don't want to post it because you don't want your side host to see it?
Right.
That for me is what I think the girls are concerned about.
That very well could be the case, but I'm here to tell you, there's girls that don't care about what's on that social media.
That's very true. That's facts.
I know niggas that have a whole, like, they whole timeline, you'd be like, yeah, he love his girl, you know what I'm saying?
And still.
And like the girls that he messes with on the side, like they see that, like your page is your page. Like people see your page, your side hoes see your page. It don't matter. Like you can
side hoes know they side hoes. Most of them know they side hoes. They don't care.
The best ones.
The good ones do.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't think you should have to post it. You know what I'm saying? Your significant other on social media, just because, like, what if you just don't want everybody knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like, what
but why don't you want people to know?
See, why does it have to be assumed it's a bad reason?
I mean, but no, maybe it's not a bad reason. Maybe we just want to know.
I just assume that if you're dating a girl and you're really, really, like, proud of her and you're like, oh my god, like, I love this woman, you want to show the world.
I feel you. I feel that, but some people don't.
Yeah. Some people like to
that. Some people are really private about their life.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
And they don't want everybody knowing what's going on and things like that. And because, you know, everybody always got an opinion and something to say.
Right.
Yeah.
So what about that one situation where maybe you guys have posted your boo, right? But she won't post you back.
Ooh.
Like, does that seem suspect to you guys, or is it the same situation where it's just she just don't want to post it, she wants to be personal, or do you think something's going on?
I mean, I won't jump to conclusions like, okay, so you're not gonna post me? Like, I'm not gonna just like.
But you would definitely ask, wouldn't you? Like, hey, like, I posted you a couple of times and I ain't seen myself on your timeline. What's going on?
I probably personally won't ask.
You just won't care. It's just. You said that's fine by me. I'm getting mine.
Can we talk about the talking phase?
Ooh.
The talking phase is a waste of time. It's a way to waste your time and tell it.
Are you
Dudes want to talk for like 7 years for what? What are we talking
in
about?
the talking
Talk about
phase?
life.
Yeah.
Oh,
You really
no.
you gotta know. You gotta know.
The talking phase should last max 2 months.
I would disagree.
I don't know about that.
I would disagree.
I feel like
It could last a minute because if you're still unsure, like if there's those things that like y'all talked about and you're like, ooh, I don't agree with that at all. But like he brings forth other things, you don't want to just dive into a relationship because you like the other things. What if that one thing is the one thing that sends y'all over and you guys end up breaking up? You could have prevented that through the talking phase.
So how long do you think the talking phase should last?
I think it's situational.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could last 2 months, like you said, or it could last very well for 9 months. Like you know what I mean? Like I mean, if that's how long it takes, that's how long it takes.
You know, the talking phase for me, in my experiences, I just feel like if you're gonna be serious with a person, you know going into it if you really feeling a person. So like it's situational. Like if you know that you're gonna probably end up with this person, the talking phase might be a little longer because you're not gonna just jump into a relationship. But if you're just playing, it might not last that long because you're probably gonna jump to the next one. You know what I mean?
Oh, I was gonna say the talking phase lasts longer when he's not serious because he's talking to other girls.
Oh, maybe.
Why is it him though?
Hold on. Is there parameters on the talking phase?
Yeah, right.
That's what we were
true.
asking. We were
That's
like,
another
if you're
thing.
talking to someone, can you be going on dates with other people?
I think so.
I think it depends on who you're
it
talking
depends
I'm
about.
not gonna
serious it
establish
is.
that as
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it's not established as something like, no, you not messing with nobody, I'm not messing with nobody else. If it's not established like that or some type of way, then I mean,
Free game.
in reality, you didn't set any parameters on anything.
And then the
You
girl can't
literally,
get.
you have the same ties to that person as the next person you walk by on campus. Like
They can't get mad if you don't set up ties. If you don't have that communication set up at the beginning, like me personally, I'm not gonna get mad if I don't set up with somebody else that like, oh, we're talking.
Yeah.
This is what I expect if you want to like keep talking. And if they're like, nah, I'll be like, okay, cool, and like move on. Like it's not that deep because you never had that emotional.
Alright,
tie.
but if we're talking for months,
Yeah,
though,
I think I'm just about to say if I'm not about to talk to nobody for 6 months,
Yeah.
I know I'm not about to be with you.
exactly,
Like, I'm
then
just
you might as well
done
just
with
not
it.
even be talking.
That's
at
just
that
me
point.
though. I
See,
can't.
True.
here's how I see that. Okay. See, I've been around some people. You know, my grandfather actually was dating my grandmother for 46 years. 46 years, and then before they got married.
Really?
Yes, 46. They lived together, had 2 different kids, 46 years until they got married.
He was on that.
I
He
think that's a
wasn't with nobody
specific
else,
situation.
But it was a point where like they both agreed on it. They even talked to me. They were like she would tell me like I knew he wasn't ready. Like I would tell him like he'd ask me a couple times like, hey, let's get married. No, you're not ready. She would tell him
That's
that. So it's like
For
it's little things that.
46 years, she was.
I mean, they
telling
was living together. They still had kids together. To this day, like I watched them grow old. This man can't walk. He be like.
I mean, I feel like dating and marriage are like a whole nother topic,
Yeah.
though. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all trust each other enough to date for that long, I would expect that y'all just like have the same parameters as marriage,
Okay.
but just without the title.
Especially back then, you know,
You know
it was a
what
lot
I mean?
different.
Yeah.
It was a lot
Definitely
different.
I was about to say,
And
times
also,
have
like,
changed.
A lot.
I feel like we live in a time where I see a lot of people are like, oh, my next relationship better be my last one.
People rush
If that's
into
the- if that's
marriage
the
too
case-
quickly. Y'all need to cool
If
it
that's
out.
truly the case, you
Yeah.
truly believe, like, your next relationship, you want that to be your last one, why are you rushing into it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's true.
Like, why is that
You should
talking
be
phase?
taking
Why
the
does it have
time.
to be a certain amount of time on that?
true.
When if you, in terms, let's say it takes 3 months for him to be like, okay, yeah, I really want this to be my girl. Which sometimes, for dudes, it takes a little bit longer than girls. Like, girls can see it and be like, yeah, that's the one. Like, you
It's rap.
So how do you determine a girl that you're gonna keep kind of in like the friend zone, rather a girl you're gonna like cuff? Like what is that?
I mean, that's a pretty big difference, to be all the way honest. Like between there's a difference between friend zone, like you kind of can decide that maybe early on, and then like there's a difference between I'm interested in this person, I like them, I find them physically attractive, they're cool to be around, and then getting to the point where like I truly care about this person, I like have true feelings, and I care one way or another, like what happens. I want to see you happy, like certain things like that, like you kind of want to take into consideration before jumping into something as big as a relationship, even though people are like, it's just a relationship, but I don't know.
I think this is a good time for us to go to a break real quick. We'll be right back with you guys.
Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. That's why you need to do it young. We have absolutely nothing to lose, and we had everything to gain. And we figured, even if we crash and burn and lose everything, the experience will have been worth 10 times the cost. Don't wait. Do something when you're young, when you have nothing to lose, and keep that in mind.
And then just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week.
Welcome back, guys. So this weekend I went on the streets of IU to hear you guys' perspectives about some of the topics that we discussed today. Check it out right here. Hey y'all, it's Tony here on Kirkwood on a Thursday night, and we're going to be asking students different dating and relationship questions. Let's go. So our first question is, do you think that posting your significant other on social media is important?
No, of course not.
Not for it to be official, but like after a certain time, it's kind of fishy if they don't.
It's not important at all.
It's important if they say something really sweet about you.
Social media is just that. It's just social media. That's whatever. It's an irrelevant aspect of life, if you ask me.
Social media has the ability to make an illusion, so I don't know. I think it's best to be real in the moment, and that social media doesn't really have a direct impact, on you.
Every once in a while, maybe, but I don't think it's that important. A lot of girls feel like you gotta be posted every day, or he's hiding something, but it's not that serious.
So what if he refused to post you? He's like, I'm not gonna post you. That's
like, fishy. He's hiding something.
Yeah, that's weird. I would sneak into his Instagram and be like, hi! Instagram live. He's trying to hide something if he doesn't want to post you.
He has to have a good reason. Like if he's not a social media person, I understand. But if it's not, specific reason, he's obviously
he's
hiding something.
Right, he's hiding something.
He hiding me from the world.
Maybe once a year, twice a year type thing.
Okay.
It's not like a mandatory every time you on live you need to post me, no, I'm in the background type shit. No, that's it's a bit much.
So what's your biggest turn off? If you're dating someone new, what's your biggest turn off?
Number one is smoking cigarettes. If you smoke a cigarette, turn it off.
Constantly on their phone. I can't have it, like we gotta build a relationship.
If a girl can't hold a conversation, then what's the point of even...
Dirty fingernails, bad hygiene.
Long nails is always.
A guy that doesn't take care of himself.
I don't want a liability. When I say a liability, I mean I need somebody just as strong as me that can hold their own just as strong as much as me. I ain't saying you gotta be a top of the line independent woman. I ain't telling you to be a Beyonce. I'm just telling you I need you to be my other half. Ooh. I don't need you to bring home $1 million. I just need you to come home and show me a real woman.
Yo, it's your boy Swag. I'ma turn up for the max again. Never seen the Charger until I had the tax again. Then the season came around and I was slapped again. About to go in the bar and kick the cap again. It's your boy Young Swag. I'm rapping off of your chain. I do it where I pose to. You already know my name. I never been ashamed. That's why I'm right here, man, and I don't gotta play no games.
What advice would you give to single girls right here? They're trying to find good men.
Oh my god. Literally, like,
you will find good men, ladies.
You know what?
Just
the boys are gonna be nice. They're gonna be happy if you're just talking to them. Like no boy's gonna be like, oh, why is this girl talking to me? Like, go out there, shoot your shot. Honestly,
shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Okay, you heard it straight from all the IU students about Tinder, social media, relationships, dating, situationships, and all. Now back to you in the studio. So we asked on Instagram, what are some topics that you want to hear about? And I know a lot of them had to do with, can your bae have a best friend of the opposite sex? What do you guys think?
Me personally, I mean, my best friend is a dude of 9 years, so like, I have to accept the fact that if they have somebody of the opposite sex, that it's cool. Like, it has to be okay if like my best friend is. I'm not gonna hold opposite standards that you would have towards me.
For me, I have a female best friend and I have a male best friend. So I agree. But what I will say, I think that you have to kind of be careful. I think there needs to be boundaries when your significant other has opposite sex best friend. Because sometimes things that might have been okay before the relationship just won't be okay now. A lot of the time, the time that you might have been spending with your best friend now is going to go to your significant other. I just think I don't really know how I feel about it, actually.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
No.
She's like, no.
I'm kidding. But I do think a lot of the times in like male and girl relationships, there's always that line.
It's
of like someone's trying to try something, someone got feelings for somebody else.
Them feelings.
Exactly, it's the feelings. So,
it's the feelings,
you know, if you and your boo have a breakup, they're gonna go talk to them. And then whose shoulder are they crying on?
And then if the best friend don't like you,
I think another thing is if they had history before.
If they had history before, that makes
if that was your boo and now that's your best friend, I think it depends personally for how far y'all went and how long y'all were going at it.
What you think, Jamie? Jamie,
I mean, it's all about trust, to be all the way honest.
Yeah.
True.
Like, if you trust your partner, it don't matter who they hang out with. Like, you feel me? That's still your partner. But you feel me? To respect your partner, that's also another thing. Like, just out of respect, you wouldn't want to do anything to put that person in an awkward situation or make that person feel uncomfortable if someone else were to see, like, so, like, basically just try to give them context and try to be as open about it. And, I mean, if you guys are in a relationship, I hope that you trust each other enough that, like, oh, is that a guy? Like, oh, yeah, that's your dick. Like, I hope that's not where y'all are. And if that's the case, I mean, it don't sound that healthy.
Yeah.
But teach his own. Everybody has their own preferences and everyone has their own opinions in their relationship. And if you don't want somebody to be with someone of the opposite sex or you don't trust them, then, I mean, that's your relationship. I can't judge it. I don't got no say so.
What do you think, Andrew?
Personally, you know, I kind of don't rock with that.
No.
Because, like, I mean, first off, what's a best friend? Like, what's a best friend?
It's like your bestie. It's like someone that you tell everything
but
to.
it said you may call some dude your best friend or something like that, but it said they not looking at you. It's like, oh yeah, that's my best friend.
Oh.
So you thinking like...
Come on now.
I mean...
Come on.
If we being real, this is how I feel about it. Like... And that's why it really comes back to, like, if you trust your partner. Especially, I mean, in my head, it's like if you trust your girl, like, it don't matter. Like, dudes is gonna try your girl every day. That's how I put it in my head. Somebody, if your girl look any type of good, dudes is gonna try your girl. Now,
but the best friend feel like they got that kind of leverage.
And I hear you. And
I don't rock with that.
But they shouldn't. If they do, then I mean, you're around that person enough. You should be able to tell, like, if it's more than what they're trying to let off. So, like, you can get their vibes and their aura, and if you feel like this isn't what all you trying to tell me it is, then you can feel that. You'll be able to tell. But and I mean, hopefully, if that's the person you really care about and you've really spent that time in, you'll be able to notice, like.
I feel like a thing with that is that you have to hang out with them along with your boo. You know what I mean? Like, see how they interact as it is. If you can clearly tell they're just acting like best friends, you don't have nothing to worry. But if she's like over there touching on him, laughing at all his jokes and kind of like pushing you to the side, that's when I think you come in.
If she getting mad
that's suspect
because
you know
he's
I mean?
spending more time with you and not her no more, that's the issue for me. Because why are you upset? Why are you mad? Because my boyfriend is spending time with me and it's not the same for you anymore. And then we're beefing. You know what I mean?
Do we like when girls shoot shots? Do we think girls should shoot their shots or not? You just made a face and I know you are not with it.
You'll never catch me shooting a shot. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
You just never like. It's not no pride thing. It's not because I'm the shit. It's not none of that. It's just you're not gonna catch me shooting no shot because I feel like the dude is supposed to come to you. That's just what my mom always told me.
Yeah.
She said that you're supposed to. The dude wants to court you. So she told me that dudes don't like an aggressive woman. So you know I
feel like there's also the social change though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's a whole society's changing, is it? Right?
My mama old school.
Yeah. I also agree guys that approach you the most that are like super confident are like the worst. Like they're usually guys who are like super like conceited and like but I feel like the guys kind of like chilling in the corner, relaxed. Those are the nice guys. maybe he's not really that secure in himself to approach you.
I also feel like you may lose your chance with somebody. Like they may, like some guys are like really shy about if they like you or not. So I feel like sometimes it's okay for a girl to just say something, and the worst thing that could happen is he just says, "Oh no, that's not the vibe." Okay, move on. Like it's not. It shouldn't be that deep for girls anymore. They shouldn't care about rejection as much because I feel like guys don't really care about rejection, whereas girls do.
Check this out, girls. Field goal percentage is definitely higher if you shoot your shot.
Yes.
For girls,
but I will say,
definitely
leading up to a successful long-term relationship, I don't think 9 times out of 10, I haven't seen that work too often. I've seen it work as far as like
hooking up,
like hookups or like friends with benefits or just you know talking and stuff like that.
But as far as like,
yeah, the girl shoots her shot, like, cause then the guy's like, okay, she wants me, like, she gonna let me in. She gonna let me in. So in your head, you like, all right, I can do this at least.
Yeah.
And then like once you, I don't know, a lot of guys once they get that in their head, like, ooh, I want to hit, like, it. More times than not, like they're not gonna get a different idea about you, other than that initial like, ooh, damn, I'm trying to see what that's about. She coming on to me. 9 times out of 10, he wasn't even peeping for that girl.
Wow. That's true. And I have to say, I think that comes down to like successful relationships are always when the guy likes the girl more. If the girl, yes. If a girl likes the guy more, it never works.
You don't think?
What?
The guy has to like the girl so much more.
He got to?
Yes.
No,
he got
there's
to.
some truth to that. There's
Thank
certainly
you.
truth to
Thank
that.
you.
But
What?
I think that also like kind of depends on the timing of it. So like initially, I feel like the girl's gonna like the guy just instinctively quicker than the guy like really likes the girl. But like I do think there's some truth. Like if a guy really likes his girl, like
it's gonna work out.
It seems like it works out.
Yeah. I feel like if
9 out of
a
10.
girl likes the guy more, she becomes annoying to him.
Yeah.
And he feels
I feel like it's the other way around too.
I feel like it depends on how you show how much you like them. Like if you like them a lot but you don't show it nearly as much, and I think it could still work out. You know what I mean? Like you could really like somebody but you don't necessarily have to show it all the time and be super annoying about it.
Well, some people want that. Some people want that constant like, ooh, I love you. Ooh, I love you.
Well, a lot of people don't want that though because when you come in with that, then they like, okay, I don't want.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
Or they
that's
take
where
advantage of you.
communication comes.
Or they take advantage of you. Take advantage of you.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's where this guy's gonna like
take advantage.
Or like if a guy really likes you, like you're like, oh, he's gonna do anything I say, so whatever.
Guys will use the girl's feelings to his advantage if he knows that the girl is. You don't think?
Yes, I agree, but I want to say I like actually always see your retweets on Twitter, and I know you said something about like girls using dudes for meals. That is false. That is false. Can I say something? Men literally use women mentally and physically so much more. Your $9.99 at Olive Garden is okay. You will live.
But what about that $25.30 at Texas Roadhouse too?
Hey man,
you will literally live. The point of dating
girls more than girls use
Thank
boys.
you.
I can't condone that. I can't condone that.
That was annoying. I didn't like that too.
This is true.
I don't know.
You took that personally.
I don't look.
Girl, oh my god, she used me for like
that was a general tweet, bro.
If a man knows that a girl has a soft spot, he gonna be like, oh,
exactly.
Like, I can hear her up at 2 in the morning. I know she gonna answer because she like me. I can go over there and get some quick, you know, whatever I need. I don't even gotta talk to her. I don't even gotta talk to her the next day.
There aren't any girls that are going out there like, I've seen it. Girls be like, oh yes, this my food nigga, this my dick nigga.
I've seen it too.
This my, I'm gonna kick it with
That's
like girls have different dudes for different.
They got a
things,
roster,
like,
bro.
What you?
They just be when they hungry, they just be hitting
I'm
up one
hungry.
dude.
I got this drug dealer that'll buy me whatever I want.
I got the sack.
That's real in here. Hold on. Like all this, like.
Okay. I'm gonna admit. I'm going to admit.
Okay.
I have used.
See?
A man
See? Let me
for
go
a
ahead.
meal before.
But at the same time,
I got you
I'm being
now.
honest.
Hold up.
Okay, I'm not even gonna
But
say.
is it really? Can I say? Is it really using if he is?
It is
there,
I accept
if he's
it.
there for your
No,
company,
I accept
you're there for the
the
meal.
offer.
It's
I
like,
accept the
it's a
offer.
win-win situation.
I've
That's
gone
what I'm
out of my
saying.
way to get free
That's
food.
dang. Why you?
I just need to know how it's not used in one way and it is the other way. Cause like it's not like if you use that person for sex or whatever.
Yeah, then they're getting my company, right?
To it. I'm not taking anything from there in that position.
Right.
You can say what you want,
but you taking out my pocket though.
Let me reword what I said because I did sound bad. I've accepted an offer from a boy that I knew I didn't like, but I went anyways just for the food.
I honestly don't see anything wrong with that. That's okay.
I'm making myself feel so bad right now.
I'm kidding.
So were you hungry?
I was.
Oh.
But he was cool though. Like we friends, but I knew I wasn't about to.
So I think that's another thing that plays into it.
Because he was trying to be friends. Like he was like, oh yeah, this is my friend.
No.
I want to take her out to eat because we're friends.
But I think another thing
I'm about to spend this money.
I'm about to spend all 25 of these bucks.
She's gonna get an
so we can have a good conversation after this.
And we can go get ice cream after.
Come on, I can't wait for the conversation after this.
Yes. And then what y'all talk about that next day? Did y'all follow up?
I'm just being real, and I know I'm not the only girl that's done this. There's
Yeah,
girls out
exactly.
there. There's
Let's
girls
talk
out
about
there
that's the whole point.
that have used.
They
Right.
are currently using.
Using.
So this moves into the next topic. On dates, do we think men should pay first? On the first date, do men pay?
Personally, I do. I mean, I still.
I mean, me personally, I think it depends on how you vibe with somebody and like how long y'all been talking. If y'all like just meeting up for the first time over a meal, me personally, I'm gonna go half so that way you don't think nothing about it.
The thing about it is, can I just say something? Like, even if a dude thinks that, even if a dude pays for me, I don't feel like I owe you anything. If you want to pay $89.99 on a meal, thank you. Bye, boo.
Where they taking you? Look, Applebee's got the 2
luxurious.
First date.
Hold up, cuz.
I just really I don't like it. Not saying anything with you, but I don't like when a girl's like, oh my god, I don't want him to think I owe him anything. Like, no, you can think all day, every day. It's not happening. Thank you for the meal.
True.
Love you.
True.
And that's it.
Okay, can't you say the same thing about guys using people or using girls for sex?
How would you word that again?
I mean, the same way you worded it with the food. Like, if you were to have sex with somebody, you don't owe them necessarily.
It's different.
You don't owe nothing.
But sex is more.
It's different than money.
Is it?
Yes.
I mean,
Because
sometimes it's a trade.
It's literally,
right?
Prostitution is a thing.
Believe it or not, I don't support it, but except it happens.
That is a thing.
So how would you feel if a girl paid for the first meal? She's like, I want to pay for it.
The whole thing.
Here's the thing. I would still pay for the first meal just because.
But she's like, no, I'm paying for it.
Okay, then if she insists. If she insists, I'll try it. But except if she insists, I'm not gonna. I got
2 tries. If you deny me twice, you got it.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm like, I got it. Like, nah, I'm gonna get it. I'm like, nah, it's cool. Nah, I got it. All right, cool.
So would that make you feel good, or you're like, nah, she not for me, or is it just?
That's like that's $20.
Yeah, that's so she was looking up.
Like she was okay. I'm gonna get her right later.
Right.
She deserved it. Look, that's a queen.
I swear to God, he really busted out that wallet.
So does that change then how you view them later on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
it doesn't at all. It doesn't have no effect.
No.
You don't look at them higher like you just said. That's a queen. Do you look at them as
like
more
lower?
She just saved me $20, but other than that,
like you appreciate her more if she does that.
My thoughts about her not changing depending on who pays for that.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's not changing one way.
I think it's that big of a deal paying the meal.
It's not that deep. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, that's an issue girls made up.
Yeah. So what about a whole other topic? What about friends with benefits? What? So let's like. Okay. Is it ever like?
Is it ever a thing? Yes, it's a thing all the time.
That's right.
Okay, so do you ever like friends with benefits? Like, do you go on dates with them?
Or is it like strictly like I'm calling you at 9 p.m. we doing it, bye.
And then when we see each other, it's some cool stuff. Like when we see each other, we gonna act like it's
we
cool.
friends.
I mean, I feel like as friends, y'all should decide that.
That's
like decide whatever y'all
friends with benefits
is. So if y'all friends with benefits is, you know, once a week I'm gonna take you on a date, and at the end of the night, you know, hey, we on that. Like, it could be that, or it could be, shoot, I don't talk to you at all during the day, but like at
when night, I hit you up,
12:02, if I hit you up,
you know what it is.
Yeah, I'm sliding.
If I'm FaceTiming you at 2 in the morning,
like, it could be whatever you know. If you want to just be somebody, I don't know, that if you want to just have somebody you like kissing on or something, like, maybe you got that person, like, it's whatever you want it to be, whatever those two people decided it was going to be. But it never works out.
So is jealousy?
It never works out.
Yeah, it's jealousy. What is it supposed to work out to though?
No,
it's friends with benefits. That's what you mean.
I will say.
The number one
so
rule.
does that stop once somebody starts to get jealous?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's over.
As soon as you're jealous, I'm like, look, I told you what this was from the jump.
So what if you start to get jealous that they're talking
about
this?
He
already
like
I
ain't finna get you. I'll be cool.
Okay, could friends with benefits ever become more than that? Could it ever leap
I ain't
to
gonna say
that level?
anything can't happen,
Yeah. I mean,
9 times out of 10.
But if a relationship is based off of sex, I don't think it's really gonna go too far.
especially like if it's based on sex with little to nothing else on top of that. Like,
yeah, just say.
Because like if you just you don't have a respect or like a common like courtesy for that person, like I mean it's gonna be.
But what if y'all kick it hella? Like y'all like always like chilling.
I mean I could definitely.
Y'all are friends.
You could definitely still like go back to friends probably.
Could you?
I've seen that.
Can you go back to friends though? After that, bro.
I don't know if I can look at that person.
So then that goes back to how does someone's significant other feel like their significant other dating or being friends with someone they used to hook up with? That's a whole problem.
What?
Yeah. Like if you're dating someone and they're friends with someone they used to hook up with.
Nope. Because if your whole relationship was based off of hooking up with, there is no relationship in the first place. Y'all shouldn't. There shouldn't, like, you guys can maybe be friends, but I don't see y'all being, like, best friends and going out of your way to hang out with each other unless it's for that specific purpose that y'all was being, like, in a relationship for in the first place.
So, overall, after all this, what do y'all want the viewers to take away from this? What did y'all take away from this? What do y'all want
Dating in college is complicated, and it's annoying, and I'm over it.
Look, do y'all. That's all I need to know.
I was about to say, at the end of the day, mind your business, please. They got nothing. Whatever they doing don't got nothing to do with you.
No.
Okay? Whatever I'm doing don't got nothing to do with you. Whatever you doing don't got nothing to do with me. That's dating. Simple.
For me, it's just do whatever makes you happy. If that's being by yourself, do it. If that's having a friend with benefits, if that's having a boyfriend, just do whatever makes you happy. Do what makes sense for you. Do what you do. That's it.
And don't be looking at another couple thinking, what did they do so I can do it? Because it's not going to happen the same way for you. It's each situation.
Oh, that's true.
That's situational.
That's true.
And that's the tea.
That's well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And as they said, that is the tea. See you next time.